Well, we are set with the final round of 16 clash as it's Vancouver the host as Switzerland play Colombia. Who's going to face Argentina in the quarterfinals? We are off and running at the BC Place in Vancouver. And after a crazy, crazy game that we witnessed between Egypt and Argentina, where Egypt were 2-0 up and holding on for dear life, but the Messi inspired Argentina side somehow clawing their way back amid some controversy, but still managing to get the job done. The Christian Romero, Leo Messi, and Enzo Fernandez goal was good enough to book their spot, and they play the winner of this clash here in Vancouver today. Well, both sets of players will be fully motivated. A spot in the quarterfinals, so near for both sides. Mojica finds Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. Well, Colombia have got potent attackers with Luis Diaz and, of course, James Rodriguez as their two wide players. Luis Diaz offers electric pace down that left-hand side, while James Rodriguez on the right will offer a lot of creativity and class. Murat Yakin, the manager of Switzerland, they were very good, weren't they? Leading up to this round of 16 clash. Riembolo, I'm very surprised that Manzambi doesn't start. It looks like just maybe Murat Yakin might be holding him back because Manzambi in that number 10 position certainly offers dynamism and some electric play in the central areas. Instead, he's gone with the midfield three, Freuler, Xhaka, and Jashari as the midfield three here today. Nestor Lorenzo, head coach of Colombia, trying to mastermind yet another South American team in the final eight, the Elite Eight, which has 7 confirmed participants and 1 more to go. Kobel forced into a risky back pass there by Elvedi. Elvedi and Akanji, the two centre halves, with Dennis Zakaria playing as right back. Of course, Ricardo Rodriguez, the long servant on that left back position, still playing at a high level here as Zakaria clears. Davinson Sanchez puts it back into the area. It's cleared away. They want to get off to a front foot start here as quickly as possible. Might say the slight favorites in this contest is Switzerland, but Colombia cannot rule them out. The situation gets desperate here. Expecting Switzerland to be the better equipped in terms of keeping the ball, but the midfield three of Colombia with Arias, Lerma, and Puerta on the right-hand side offers energy, a lot of running power, and quality. Jefferson Lerma, of course, Crystal Palace. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for the live stream here. We're reaching the business end of the tournament, and it's just been a fantastic World Cup, man. Games are keeping us on the edge of the seat. At this point, I don't really care about timings anymore. Just cannot miss the games. I mean, even the England-Mexico game, that was a 6:30 a.m. India kickoff time, and that was after the craziness of the Brazil-Norway game. Cannot miss. You just cannot miss. Good run here by Dennis Zakaria. Gets past Luis Diaz. Very good defending. Kumi and Davinson Sanchez in the heart of the Colombian defense. Daniel Munoz, Crystal Palace wing back, operating on that right hand side as the right back today, and Mojica as the left back. With Luis Diaz on that left hand side for Colombia, they've got electrifying pace and real directness on the counter attack. So Switzerland, when they're committing bodies forward, will have to be on their guard. Operating on that right hand side as the right back today, and Mojica as the left back. Absolutely lethal going forward. With Luis Diaz on that left hand side for Colombia, they've got directness on the counter attack. So Switzerland, when they're committing good press on the right hand side to push forward. Now looking to continue the attack. Decent ball in. Dennis Zakaria inadvertently just gets that out of harm's way. Luis Diaz operating on that left hand side region. Corner for Colombia. This was a decent move on this right hand side. Good press on the right hand side to push forward. Ball in. It's good enough to create enough panic. Corner for Colombia as James Rodriguez prepares. It's been a decent start to the match so far. Luis Diaz trying to put enough pressure on Kobel. Decent delivery. It's very well defended by Real Mbelo. Bolo, who's a real presence, electrifying pace in the central areas. Dan and Doy on that left-hand side, Nottingham Forest winger. It's very clinical when he does get the chance. It needs to back his ability and fancy himself and make those runs at the fast stick at every opportunity that he gets. William Bello, and of course they got Fabian Ryder on that right-hand side. Here's Elvedi, finds Dennis Zakaria. Kobel, fast stick at every opportunity that he gets. And of course they got Fabian Ryder on that. Decent carry here again down the left-hand side. Ricardo Rodriguez with the ball in. Oh, it's a snapshot. Comfortable enough for Vargas. Dan and Doy just takes it quickly here, trying to catch Vargas by surprise. Good work this. Pretty open start here. Both teams having a decent chance. Dan and Doy. There it is, Johan Manzambi. He's on the bench. Hopefully there's no injury. At some point, he absolutely has to come on, man. He is electrifying. He can operate on that left-hand side, but in that number 10 position, at some point where Switzerland might feel that they might have to go for it, shouldn't have to reach that point, really, when one of your key attackers, Suarez, with a bit of a rash challenge there on Elvedi. He's a bit late. But in that number 10 position. Hey, what's up, Gautam? It's been a decent start from both sides. They're showing intent. You just let me know if there's any issues with my audio. If there's any sort of problems that you're facing, do let me know, yeah? Suarez with a bit of an old school challenge on Elvedi. Here's Freuler. Dennis Zakaria. It's on loan at Chelsea in that Graham Potter season. From Juventus to Chelsea, and I'm not really sure where he plies his trade. Hey, thanks so much. Check complete. Elvedi finds Manuel Akanji. Inter Milan centre half after a treble-winning season at Manchester City. Ricardo Rodriguez on the left-hand side. Ricardo Rodriguez has been going on for at least like 4 World Cups, man. This dude. The Iron Man on the left-hand side. Here's Zakaria. Midfielder now operating as right back. Xhaka, decent ball in. Well stepped in here by Lukimi. Now Luis Diaz. Every time Colombia have the ball. Exactly, Ricardo Rodriguez in 2026. Timeless indeed. It still looks the same. No change. Here's Xhaka. And some transfer speculation that he might be moving to Chelsea, but that deal has been shut down by both player and club. And Berlo plays the 1-2 brilliantly. Good football this from Switzerland. But Colombia managed to sneak that away. And it's a 3v4 situation. Luis Diaz. Counter-attack opportunity here for Colombia. Mojica put under a bit of pressure. Oh, it does very, very well. Good play. A strange pass there by Puerta, but they does manage to find Daniel Munoz. Here's James Rodriguez. Looks like he can operate wherever he wants. Oh, he gives the ball away. Needs to be careful. First time watching both these teams. I think so. They've always played at the most awkward times, I think. But to watch them in a knockout setting, we'll see them at their best. Johan Manzambi not starting, the Freiburg number 10. Real disappointment, but Murat Yakin going with a bit more of a conservative lineup with a solid midfielder alongside Granit Xhaka, Freuler, and of course Jashari coming in. Just a bit lower. All right, I'm gonna try. Well, if it works, hopefully it does. It's a bit of a dicey setup. Shouldn't have an echo. There's no real other setting on it. So we'll see how it goes. Here's Lerma. Onto the right-hand side. James Rodriguez. James is just floating around in those half spaces, trying to take a more central role. Davinson Sanchez goes to switch that out and he overhits that pass to Luis Diaz. It should be okay now. I think I have figured it out. Should be good. Should be okay now. All right, just give me a thumbs up as it's fine right now. Should be pristine. Oh, good win in midfield. Yeah, perfect. Thanks. Dennis Zakari on the right-hand side. Tries to play the quick 1-2. Shifts it onto the central areas. Mojica under a bit of pressure. Decent chase on here for Luis Diaz. Oh, he's been caught there. Valverde with a bit of a rash challenge on Luis Diaz. And he's got to be on the front foot, really, because Luis Diaz, if you give him a bit of space, he can really punish you. So you can expect the defenders to be as touch tight as possible to the Bayern Munich winger. Decent start. Both sides really showcasing their intent. All about the cross into the box now. Could be Arias who steps away. This is very much James Rodriguez territory. James Rodriguez is going to put this into the corridor of uncertainty, I think. Far post attackers. You can see Jefferson Lerma peeling away. Decent ball in. Kobel can't come. And it's a chance at the fast. He can keep the danger alive. Kobel with a good cap. Good grab indeed. Colombia threatening. The directness of Luis Diaz on the left-hand side will keep them on their toes here. Switzerland have not gotten off to the best of starts here. Got that extra midfielder to get a bit more control in the match. It's been pretty open. Here's Jashari. Finds a Kanji now. Colombia won't mind this possession from Switzerland whatsoever, but that's a good pass to Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez picks his head up. It's a deflection. It's a corner for Switzerland. That is Breel Mbeumo. Of course it is. Who else is going to lead the line for Switzerland? Dude is an experienced campaigner now. Well, he's the main man. I think Murat Yakin has robbed us of a good pairing, but I hope to see them in the second half. Mbolo and Johan Manzambi. So Freiburg, of course, in the Europa League final against Aston Villa. Villa were very comfortable in the end, but did see a few sparks from Johan Manzambi in that game. Shari does well, but the foul has been given. James Rodriguez putting in that decent ball in. He's the one that was challenged there. Oh, Ricardo Rodriguez. That is a bit of a dicey challenge. And that was the ball into the box. Half a chance there for Colombia. Does James play in Qatar now? I'm pretty sure he's moved to the Middle East. It's the UAE or is it Qatar? One of the two. I'm sure he's not in Saudi. I'll never forget his World Cup goal against Uruguay. Was against Uruguay, wasn't it? The chest and volley. Oh, brilliant back heel. Colombia playing some wonderful football. The reverse pass is decent. Suarez asking questions, but it's cleared away. Colombia will be happy with the start here. They've fought well. They're making it really uncomfortable for Switzerland. Lovely touch there by Arias. Munoz finds Davinson Sanchez. There's James Rodriguez. Rodriguez again. He's got the freedom of the pitch. Can operate wherever he wants. There's a man-marking job on James Rodriguez. It's probably why Murat Yakin has gone with the 3 in midfield. Just to make sure one of the midfielders keeps a close watch. Want to keep Ricardo Rodriguez on that left-hand side high and wide because he's a pure outlet on that left. Colombia playing some decent ball here. James is a free agent. He left Minnesota. Damn. To be ready for this World Cup. But wasn't he at the Middle East? I didn't know he moved to the MLS. What even is their team called? Minnesota what? I know their NBA team is the Timberwolves. I had no idea Minnesota even had a MLS side. Need to brush up on the league that's supposed to be exciting after the World Cup. Maybe draw a few more eyeballs. Maybe get the right people involved, interested in the sport. Lukumi clips it up. Zakaria does well against Mojica. Minnesota United. Very good. Terrible. If you ask me to name like 5 MLS teams, I might struggle. I mean, Inter Miami aside, the Chicago Fire, is it New York Red Bulls? Remember that only because Thierry Henry, same dude complaining about the cold in Liverpool, goes to Minnesota. It's nobody told him about that. Might have been described to him as a warm and sunny place, just like Colombia, dude. Took the bait. The game just settled down here at the moment. We have seen that this World Cup is all about the second half. First half is just figuring each other out. Don't make too many mistakes. If you can get a goal, that's fine. If you don't, there's no need to panic. Man, I'm still reeling from that Egypt-Argentina game, man. Feel like there wasn't enough time between the two games. Still catch my breath. Leo Messi. I mean, there's going to be a lot of talk about FIFA, VAR and all that, and rightfully so, but Leo Messi's performance after that hydration break in the 4th quarter was just, yeah. That's why he is top dog, the number 1 in our generation. You could see his emotions after the match too. He's like, can somebody else please step up here? I cannot do this again and again. And yes, Christian Romero scores the first goal and Enzo scores the winner. It doesn't happen without Messi though. He's the one who clips it for Romero for the first goal. And he bashes it in for the second and the equalizer. And from there, it just felt like Argentina would have the impetus. Whether it was stoppage time or extra time, it just felt like there's going to be only one winner. That equalizer would have been a crushing blow. And the winner, of course, is a finisher. Mojica The run for that Lautaro miss. Exactly, man. That was when he turned it on. From there, it just felt like, yep, it's happening. It's gonna happen. Be careful. He gave a couple of warnings. And then he just said, yep, just give me the ball and I'll do the rest. Here's Arias. Davinson Sanchez. Jefferson Lerma. Back to Sanchez. Camera angle looks so much better for this game, man. This is like a proper football one. Like BC Place, Vancouver is I guess it's a multi-purpose stadium. And they say that about everything, but this is like proper football. Everything else, you got a bit of a larger vantage point. Mojica. Good pass between the lines. James Rodriguez on the slide. Good competitive play in the middle of the park. Colombia win the ball here. Good reverse pass. It's Luis Diaz. What a save. Has that come off the post? Has Kobel made one of the saves of the World Cup? Well, was it Luis Diaz? Was it Puerta who takes the shot? It was in Luis Diaz territory. Great effort here. It was Diaz's pass. Good save. Yeah, it was Puerta. What's the Vancouver team? God damn, I don't know. You're catching me lacking here. Vancouver. Is there an animal attached to it? I'm not sure. Why am I even pretending? Probably don't. Oh, chance here at the near post. Well, now you've piqued my interest. Might as well let me know the answer. Vancouver. No, it's not coming to me. Switzerland just backing off here, allowing Colombia to enjoy the ball. Sanchez finds Daniel Munoz. Jefferson Lerma. Davinson Sanchez. Vancouver Whitecaps. Oh, I would have never guessed that. I thought it was like an animal or something like that. No. Oh, that was where Bayern recruited Alphonso Davies from. That was like elite scouting, man. Lovely 1-2 in the middle of the park. Great football. Oh, he goes lunging in. Interesting there by Puerta to just go charging in. Colombia win the ball back. Luis Diaz with the outside of his boot. Easily intercepted by Dennis Zakaria. Malcolm Manny. Well, you missed the first quarter. You didn't miss too much, though. Colombia growing into the game just in time for the second quarter. This is it. Crunch time for both sides in the first half. That was a Puerta strike that caught Kobel by surprise. Wasn't curled quite into the corner. Had enough whip on it. Kobel with the only save so far as the Colombians in the crowd turning up in their numbers. Colombians would have loved the game in Miami or something like that, but for them to travel to Vancouver, bit rough. But I'm not surprised that Switzerland have lost their dynamism. I'm going to beat this drum till it gets old and tired, but Johan Manzambi just had to start, man. Manny, well done. I believe you were busy with the cricket. Yeah, there you go. Just right on time. What happened, Manny? Should we forget about 2027? Just as you mentioned, Abhishek Sharma comes onto the screen and like, bro, that was a terrible way to get out. Well, so we have got the quarterfinals now all sorted out. Brazil, Norway being, I don't want to be this surprise one, but Shouldn't really back against Erling Haaland. England versus Norway. That's a spicy affair. Belgium versus Spain is the one that I'm least looking forward to. France, Morocco, absolute banger. And yeah, let's see who Argentina face. Argentina versus Colombia. I think Argentina would love to face Switzerland. If you offer them a choice, would you like to play Switzerland or would you like to play Colombia? I think they would pick Switzerland all day long. I don't think the Argentines, especially their run into the last eight, it has been hectic to say the least. Cabo Verde and Egypt both have given them proper scares. I mean, let's be honest, Argentina are 15 minutes away from being knocked out of the competition. Would they want to face a determined, motivated, potentially even nasty Colombia side? Referee news for the France-Morocco match? Let me guess. Anthony Taylor. I'm calling it. Tell me I'm wrong, Manny. Tell me I'm wrong. Or is it that guy who gave no yellow cards between France and Paraguay? Didn't book a single Paraguayan player until the end of the match. It's either one of these two frauds. Which one is it? That was the Uzbekistan fellow, right? Can't imagine him getting another high-profile game, especially a France one. Here's Manuel Akanji. Elvedi finds Kerbal. Let's see how both teams do respond after the hydration break. We have seen phases where players tend to switch off. All the referees are from Argentina. The top three, the fourth referee, and the oh, that is extremely fraudulent. I bet they were wishing for Anthony Taylor now. Yeah, exactly. The Uzbek ref is not seeing another high-profile game. The Sri Lankan league is pretty brutal. Here's Granit Xhaka. Ooh, elbow into the chest there by Jefferson Lerma. Foul spotted by the ref. Manny, don't be disrespectful. I think Arthur was just making a point that that guy, even if it's not there, he's just not going to be seeing competitive action again. But having all Argentinians as a referee is pretty shady stuff. Oh, what a ball that was from Zakaria. Doesn't find Mbolo. Nearly. Dennis Zakaria. I remember that cameo he had when Chelsea were playing Manchester City. I think we lost that game. I pretty much blocked out what happened in that Graham Potter season. But what I do remember is Dennis Zakaria absolutely bawling out of his skull for a good 50 minutes against prime Manchester City. Good drop of the shoulder. Mbolo. Clever pass around the corner there by Ryder. Good challenge by Danny Munoz. Crystal Palace right wing back actually, with Oliver Glasner using the back three. Well, Glasner no longer the manager. I can't believe Oliver Glasner left Palace and went to Nottingham Forest. I mean, if there's ever a lateral move or even a downgrade for a manager whose stocks were really high, man. He was performing miracles at Palace. FA Cup, Community Shield, Conference League, and then to go to Forest. Oliver Glasner, I have to question that move. Yep, a 6-month glorious loan spell with 2 or 3 games that he has played for us. Dennis Zakaria, one of Juventus's charitable loan. What a pass by Akanji between the lines. Lovely football, this from Switzerland. But their attacks are breaking down. Ryder, it breaks kindly. Ryder with the strike. Good save by Vargas. Cleared away by Mojica, who was straight at him, but that was a good opportunity First big chance of the match. Soon after the hydration break, cross comes into the box, and Doy tries to keep it in play. Back to Vargas. 13 million per year. Wow. Does that make him the second highest paid manager in the league? Because I think Arteta gets paid 15. 13 million pounds. Wow. I mean, well played. Fair play, Oliver Glasner. And that answers the question. Marinakis throwing that shipping money around. Xhaka finds Ricardo Rodriguez. That's a foul by Munoz, no? Referee says play on. Akanji. Have to pay him that much to go to Forest. I'm sure Ange didn't take that kind of money. Ange would have said, yep, just give me an ethical amount. I'm all about the football. Oliver Glasner's like, you want me to come to your club? Here's the 13 million expectation. I'm sure he's up for a big job, but then, oh, Philip Senderos, Switzerland royalty. Who's this brother? Milan legend or Arsenal legend? Who's the other dude? Not getting good at this game. I'm missing out. If they're footballers that I've watched, oh, good save by Vargas, I'll have a good chance of trying to identify them. But if they're random dudes, Philip Senderos, how can we forget? That was when Arsenal were at their worst and he was their main centre half. But did play for Switzerland for a long time. Valverde's header is a risky one because it puts Kerbal under a bit of pressure. What's up, Aman? It's been a forgetful first half so far. We've seen a decent strike for Colombia, but other than that, not too much in terms of hectic action. But this World Cup, it's been all about the second half. You've seen way too much action in the second 45 minutes to dismiss games. Granit Xhaka loses out. Here's James Rodriguez, does really well. They've kept the action going here on the left-hand side. It's Luis Diaz who tries to catch Kerbal by surprise with that without backlift finish. Clever pass there by Luis Diaz with the reverse. Here's Puerta. Jefferson Lerma. James Rodriguez clips it on his left foot. Oh, there's a bit of holding happening in the box. Valverde needs to be careful. Luis Diaz trying to peel away. Oh, Mario Yepes. Oh, of course. He looks so different. He had such a massive ponytail when he was playing for Milan. I remember he was playing alongside Alessandro Nesta, dude. I'm like, dude, you have made it. You're a defender. When you've seen not too many Colombian players playing in the league, Mario Yepes, respect. He looks gangster now. Certainly got the post-career glow-up. Freuler kept it short here. Jashari feeds it to Ricardo Rodriguez. It's across to no one. Mojica clears. Look at Dennis Zakaria on the right-hand side. Inspirational stuff. He's been up and down. Good performance from him. Well, good job by the cameraman. Spotting Philip Senderos and Mario Yepes. Two centre halves for the two countries rounding up the round of 16. The round of 16, double thumbs up, man. The only game was that Spain-Portugal one that I have gripes with, but other than that, brilliant. Clever through pass, well defended by Valverde. Dan Ndoye, Ricardo Rodriguez. Great football this from Switzerland. What a pass that is. Jashari cleaned him out there. Great challenge, Jefferson Lerma. Wow. He was under pressure because his team were backpedaling. Here's Arias. Heavy-ish touch. Big chase on here for Suarez. Suarez does well. Here's Puerta. Mojica. And good stuff, this. Good possession from Colombia's point of view. Slow the pace down. It's been slightly frantic. A lot of chasing. Brilliant through pass here. Daniel Munoz. Oh, closed down brilliantly, but he was offside. Oh, I had the needle stuff there on the right-hand side to just pierce the gap. Was that James Rodriguez? I wouldn't be surprised. No, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, he's just offside. Good call there from the linesman. James Rodriguez has pretty much got free rein to play wherever he wants. This occasion, sticking to his position on that right-hand side and nearly picking out quite lovely through pass. James, ultimate luxury player. Yeah, man, he's a proper number 10. His feel for the ball, the weight of his pass. Lovely footballer. Crazy career trajectory, though. He went from Porto, right, to Real Madrid? Was it Porto? Porto, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Everton. That was a shocker, but he started off brilliantly. I remember he had like 4 or 5 assists in like 4 or 5 games. Then he completely tapered off and then just fizzled out. Left the league in 6 months. Couldn't hack it in the cold of Merseyside, which makes his move to the Minnesota team. Quite curious. Oh, that's a risky pass. Completes it. Great feed by Granit Xhaka. It's only because it was Ryder actually who showed good feet under pressure. Jashari. Xhaka. Akanji now. Crunching challenge in the middle of the park. Colombia win it, and now on the counter again. This is Suarez outside of the boot. Pass. Luis Diaz puts on the afterburners, but good recovery pace by Alvedi. Luis Diaz gives it a big thumbs up. He appreciates the idea. Execution just lacking, but good covering defending by Alvedi. Murat Yakin looks like he is holding Johan Manzambi for the second half. It's quite the game changer to have on the bench. Here's Mojica. Lukumi. To Vargas. Vargas having to make that save. A couple of occasions where he has been called into action. Swiss manager is just Mads Mikkelsen. Exactly. Doppelganger, man. Oh, risky there by Manuel Akanji. Very untidy, and he's lost out here. It's James Rodriguez. This could be a real mess for Switzerland just before half-time. Strike was not needed on that occasion. Suarez was not gotten too much service as the number 9. But Manuel Akanji, that was very untidy from an experienced centre-half. Crossed by Munoz. Decent flick. Luis Diaz went for the acrobatics. James. Oh, it's Puerta rather. It's Puerta again finding those shots. Kept the danger alive, and it's a corner. It was Luis Diaz who went for the spectacular, and the ball fell kindly into the path of Puerta. It's got a bit of a curl on it. It's time to cut out of it. And on the right-hand side, great drop of the shoulder here by Arias. It's going to be another corner by the looks of it. Arias has been operating on the right-hand side a lot more than James Rodriguez, allowing James to play in those central areas.
Granit Xhaka and James Rodriguez, both with the number 10s and the captain's armband. Yep, the last touch did come off Arias, and I think the corner has been cancelled. Yeah, good call, man. This is a good use of VAR. If you see that there's a clear touch, it can be overturned, do it. In close games, especially knockout games, set pieces could be the telling influence. There's Alvedi. Pumps it long for Mbolo. Mbolo has been feeding off scraps. There's Jefferson Lerma. 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain here in Vancouver. Winner takes on Argentina. The winner of England-Norway will take on the winner of Argentina, Colombia, Switzerland. That side of the bracket is showcasing an England-Argentina semi. Oh, brilliant pass. Xhaka doesn't have the pace. What an outstanding pass that was, man. Look at this. Oh, wow. He had no right to pick that pass there, Jashari. Turns around, plays it almost blind. He's just had a quick look. Xhaka with a touch of pace might have gotten there. There's Manuel Akanji. Oh, he leaves it short, but Freuler recovers the ball in midfield. This game is like a hangover after the night out. That was Argentina versus Egypt. We always knew that it was going to be a sobering affair, at least the first half. I mean, they would have been watching the match themselves and like, okay, let's not try and match that or do something that crazy. Let's all calm down. Let's all survey the situation and maybe go hammer and tongs in the second half. Puerta had a couple of shots from outside the box. Lukumi. Davison Sanchez to Daniel Munoz. Munoz on the right-hand side trying to get away from Ndoye. Jefferson Lerma. Davison Sanchez. Is Davison Sanchez still in Turkey? I want to say Fenerbahce. Might be wrong. Good play there by Luis Diaz, not giving up and then shifting it onto the right-hand side. Daniel Munoz with the ball in. Ooh, the touch was interesting there by Suarez. It's out for a corner. Good play by Luis Diaz, trying to make something out of nothing. Shifting it onto the right. This kind of flick on could have been interesting if it fell to Arias. It was Luis Diaz actually screaming for the ball, and that was the right thing there. He let it go. Paid heed to the main man's call. Luis Diaz, outstanding season for Bayern Munich. It's a very curious decision that Liverpool decided to let him go, but then when Bayern Munich offer you 80 million quid, you might be forced to say yes, but Liverpool thought that was great business to recoup that kind of money, but you look at the Liverpool attack now, and they're crying out for a player like Luis Diaz on that left-hand side. Instead, they're having to use Cody Gakpo or Florian Wirtz. Imagine Luis Diaz there. He gives you balance. Oh, Dan Ndoye with a bit of thuggery there. Mojica. Colombian players are quite animated. South American La Pasión. Fabian Schär. Yeah, oh, good catch there. Why is he not playing? I mean, surely he's not retired. He's still going strong for Newcastle. Has he preferred Alvedi instead of Fabian Schär? Murat Yakin. I mean, is he not even the squad? Yeah, probably then he's retired. Probably might have called it quits after the last World Cup or even the Euros. Fabian Schär, for a centre half, he can certainly strike it. He's got a couple of outstanding outstanding goals in the Premier League, man. In that right-hand side half space, edge of the box, smashes it into the near post top corner. Yeah, retired after the last Euros. Gone but never forgotten. Here's Vargas. I'm on the poker sesh. I was not happy. The only reason I went all in the last hand is because I'm like, okay, I have 15 minutes to go. I got to get the teams in shape. I need to understand what's happening here. Can't get carried away and play. But yeah, it was good fun though. Good call. Knew you had the full house. I freaking knew it. Here's Davinson Sanchez. Pumps it forward. Puerta loses out the header. Ooh, awkward landing. Dan and Doy, luckily back onto his, sits back up at least. Was writhing in pain, and when you land awkwardly like that, sometimes you just fear the worst. Oh, that's bad from Daniel Munoz. Just drives an elbow into the lower back of Dan and Doy. Well, halftime is good. Halftime is needed. Still recovering from that Argentina-Egypt game. Free kick for Switzerland. Goal before halftime. Goal dust. Freuler. Ricardo Rodriguez. Back to Freuler. Rodriguez. Keep it short. Trying to go on the outside. Ricardo Rodriguez having to really battle. Arias has had a good performance, man. He's been sharp. He's been on it. Halfway point of first half added on time. Not too much goal mouth action. Both keepers have been tested. Kerbal had to make a save of Puerta's effort. Wasn't quite in the corner. And of course, Vargas from the near post effort. Zelvedi. Decent pass into the channel here. Chases on. Freuler chasing down the right-hand side. Lukumi does well. He's like a Yerry Mina kind of regen, isn't he, Lukumi? Exact same stature, built. Pretty much exactly like Yerry Mina. Ooh, that might be a foul, or is he trying to buy that one? Mojica certainly made it a believable story. Looks like he's been caught on the shin. Might have been a late challenge. Still on the ground, still in pain. Let's have a look here. Does he have a case? I mean, Ryder might have stepped on him, but inadvertently he's not facing him. Might have caught him. The starts from the heel there on the shin. Painful one, but as we approach the last knockings of a quite dull first half, the referee decides that that's enough, and the first half action has come to a play. I mean, it's just simmering to a boil. Didn't expect both teams to go hammer and tongue full gung-ho in the very first half. As we know in this World Cup, it's all about the second half. Almani, the second game, with the first game, can't make comparisons. This was a World Cup classic, and it looks like every time Argentina take the field, it's going to be a World Cup classic. Are we going to see Argentina versus Colombia, or Switzerland going to establish their dominance? Halftime, it's 0-0. Well, any other thoughts about the first half, lads? Not too many chances. Competitive. Risk-free. Mistake-free first half. Is that the best way to describe it? You're seeing James Rodriguez picking up good positions, wanting to dictate the play. Luis Diaz has been at his energetic best on that left-hand side. Should look to just step it up with a bit more quality. Switzerland, on the other hand, Johan Manzambi have been banging on the drum about this one. Unless there's an injury, there's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't be on that pitch here today. Murat Yakin going with the midfield three, trying to match Colombia's midfield three. He's managed to do so, but need a little bit more from Switzerland. Mbolo has been a frustrated figure up front, not getting any sort of service to utilize his pace and have a go. We'll wait and see how both teams do manage to maybe tweak their tactics. They're pretty much expecting both teams to line up the exact same manner for the start of the second half. 0-0. It is what it is. It's the final game of the round of 16. Can't have every game being a banger. A couple of games might disappoint. Let's have a look at the Colombian bench. These are both benches. They've got Ospina on goal. Wow, they still have Ospina. That's incredible. Yeah, Yerry Mina is still there. Macaro, Portilla, Quintero. Oh, he's still out there. Juan Quintero plays for River Plate. He's got something about him. Richard Rios, Benfica midfielder. Cordoba, Hernandez, Carrascal, Cordoba. Not too much firepower in terms of attacking players, but Quintero coming on, I think for a 15-20 minute cameo, can certainly ask a few questions. Zeki Amdouni from Switzerland, Vargas, Ruben Vargas, Okafor, Leeds United forward, Etienne, Vidma, Muhim. Is this Musa So? No, it's Jibril So. Meda, Mogo. There's no Manzambi or what? Is he injured? Oh, he's injured. Damn. 1 or 2 weeks. That is a huge blow, man. What a shame. To pick up an injury. World Cup knockout game. That is a cruel, cruel way to sign off, man. I was wondering, there's no way he's leaving him on the bench. Now it all starts to make sense. Both these teams are Anka armies. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of players in their 30s, they're benched too. I mean, you're talking about Juan Quintero being the game changer for Colombia going forward. He's 33. Proper throwbacks indeed. So we're going to have to roll it up and see whether or not the Unks still got it. Well, I'll be back for the second half, guys. Have a quick break and get ready for the start of the second half. This one, I feel, is just going to start to cook. Maybe, just maybe, into the fourth quarter. Well, we're back for second half action. The final game of the round of 16 comes to an end here. And who's going to take that gigantic leap to face Leo Messi and Argentina in the quarter-finals of the World Cup? No place to hide here for either side. Have to go for it. First half didn't produce too much. We know that this World Cup has all been about the second half. England, Norway, Argentina remain on that side of the bracket, as Switzerland or Colombia will join them. France versus Morocco. And of course, Belgium versus Spain, as we're expecting France and Spain in the semi-finals. Oh, poor pass there by Vargas. Clever pass, well intercepted. That was necessary by Jefferson Lerma. Here's Puerta. Who has so come on for? Has he replaced Jashari? Missed that substitution. But Switzerland looking to be a bit more front foot. Vargas, who had to make this the one save in the first half. Missed that substitution. Oh, decent move on the right-hand side. Here's Breel Embolo. Finding it on the right-hand side to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka shifts it onto the left-hand side for Ricardo Rodriguez now. Finds Dan Ndoye. Ndoye goes on the outside with ease and then puts in a decent cutback. The chance here. Oh, it's just wide. Big opportunity, and was the substitute with his first involvement. Nearly finding the back of the net. Off balance. But good move there by Dan Ndoye on that left-hand side. Proper wing play this. Feigns to go on the inside. Goes on the outside. Puts in a decent ball. Freuler led that through. Yep, he just loses his footing at a crucial moment. Ratyak inside. Coming close here. Ooh, big head of that. Trying to keep this alive. Again, decent flick on. It's good work there. We have to make sure that the midfield battle remains one here. Both sides have pretty much cancelled each other out in that department. With So coming in, I think he's going to be operating on that right-hand side for Switzerland. Does mean they might be light in midfield, but needs must by the looks of it. And Bolo does well to win the header. Here's Granit Xhaka. Dan Ndoye. Ndoye again. Looks to play the 1-2 with Xhaka. Oh, he wants a pen and it's waved off. That's a very good call by the ref because he's gone looking for it. He's initiated the contact and the ref, very good call. It doesn't even look to initiate contact. He straight up dives by the looks of it. Tries to be a little too clever there, Dan Ndoye, but the referee does not fall for his antics. Good call, ref. Ndoye trying to lead a bit of a protest, but it's quickly shut down. Embolo up against Davinson Sanchez. Manages to squirm the ball through, but it's cleared away hurriedly there. Daniel Munoz will take the throw in. Arias. Good movement from him. Invites Mojica forward. Oh, that's a poor pass. Just smashed away by Lukumi. Clever touch around the corner. Lukumi again gets caught there. He's in the wide areas. He's out of position. Xhaka invites Ricardo Rodriguez forward. Here's Rodriguez. Oh, not on the same wavelength there. Crunching challenge by Daniel Munoz. But play continues. Colombia on the counter-attack here. Great carry by Jefferson Lerma. He's got the key men involved here. Now Luis Diaz. Trouble for Switzerland. Diaz. Oh, James Rodriguez looks to receive and shoot. But it's Colombia who's putting all the pressure now. Switzerland looking to get out. Onto the left-hand side. Here's Luis Diaz. Diaz threatening to shimmy away, but he just switches it to Puerta. Puerta on the right-hand side to James Rodriguez. James clips it. It's a decent ball in. Good defending. Dennis Zakaria identifies the run of Arias at the far stick, and he just leans into him. Shaka's picked up a yellow card. Is that for the challenge on Daniel Munoz? Let's have a look here. Munoz was stretched. Ooh, Shaka comes over the top with the stamp. I thought there was a foul on Granit Xhaka. Instead, it was a foul by Granit Xhaka. Painful one for Daniel Munoz. The skipper on a yellow card for Switzerland. Decent flick on header. Oh, it's 3v3 if they get this right. Oh, quickly the Colombian players back into their defensive shape. Good work there off the ball. Clever pass to Ricardo Rodriguez on the left-hand side. Rodriguez goes on the outside, having to check his run here. Good ball retention by Switzerland in the final third. Ricardo Rodriguez, clever pass to So. Now Manuel Akanji. Granit Xhaka. Back to Akanji. So, Akanji again. Very good possession. Oh, clever turn. That's a foul and a free kick. Beautifully done there by Ryder. He knows that the challenge is coming. Good ball manipulation by him. Drops the shoulder. Quick move. Davinson Sanchez caught. Fabian Ryder. Flying it straight from the Bundesliga as Davinson Sanchez walks away hoping that this free kick doesn't prove to be too costly here. It could be either the left foot of Granit Xhaka or the left foot of Ricardo Rodriguez. It's not Ricardo Rodriguez. He's been moved out the way. Xhaka might pull rank here, or the right foot of Freuler, keeping Vargas guessing. Oh, it's a decent free kick effort. It was always curling wide. Nice play there by Ryder. It's decent enough whip on it. It's always going to hit the side netting instead, but decent strike there by Fabian Ryder. But what we don't want in these late games is extra time. Please, please conclude within the 90. Whatever happens, whoever wins, whoever's going to face Argentina in the quarters. Man, the referees are loaded to the gills in terms of the technology. Both their arms are strapped. Have you seen a free kick goal this World Cup? Tillman for USA. He scored a couple of free kicks. Who else has scored like top free kicks or free kicks in general? Good question. Tillman twice for the USA. Who else? Free kicks. None of the big dogs have scored free kicks. Yeah, I don't think I can remember anyone other than Tillman. Mojica. There's a long ball forward. Great control by James. He's been moved off the ball. Colombia won a free kick, but James wins the ball back. Referee waves play on, and rightfully so. So finds Ricardo Rodriguez. Akanji now. Granit Xhaka. Conservative passing finding Freuler. Onto the right-hand side to Dennis Zakaria. Back to Akanji. Ricardo Rodriguez. Clever pass. Mbolo knocks it down. Ryder just looks to knock that around the corner. Nice idea, but doesn't get enough purchase on it. Luis Diaz will chase every lost cause. Kerbal. It's a bit untidy, but can Colombia recover possession? That header by Davinson Sanchez nearly puts them into trouble. There's Jefferson Lerma and Danny Munoz. Puerta. If my Spanish is correct, Puerta means door. That's an interesting surname to have. Vargas pumps it long. Past the 10-minute mark in the second half. Game remains very, very cagey. The longer this stays deadlocked, it just feels like both sides would just look to eliminate mistakes from their games and just keep it tight and cagey and not look to make any mistakes. That risk-reward quotient will come into picture at some point. Football does reward the brave. Long punt forward. Mbolo will chase. Davinson Sanchez does well. It's under pressure there. Jefferson Lerma. Oh, he gives the ball away. Needless. Jefferson Lerma looking for the give and go. Ricardo Rodriguez with the throw. Finds Ryder. Ryder again. Good pass there to Dan Ndoye. Immediately shut down by Davinson Sanchez. Sanchez, who moved from Ajax to Spurs. Every time he played, did have a few calamitous moments. Kerbal does well. Evades the pressure and just pumps it long. Lukumi does well to just pick the ball up swiftly onto the left-hand side. And patient this from Colombia. The game is not really threatened to explode. Both sides trying to be as cautious as possible. Make very few mistakes. Spot in the quarterfinal beckons. A touch there by Puerta. Finds James. Goes for the reverse pass. It's so clever. But Manuel Akanji has the recovery pace. Kerbal under pressure. He's caught out of position here. Ricardo Rodriguez bails him out. And he finds a good pass. Dan Ndoye with the turn. I'm not sure whether or not that was by purpose, but he breaks through. Here's Ndoye with the outside of the boot pass. Well defended by Arias. Arias has been top for Colombia. Right idea by Dan Ndoye. Trying to go with the Trivela. Here's Dennis Zakaria. Goes on the outside of Mojica. Not a natural right back, so don't expect him to go on the outside and cross. Can be a good decoy. Clever pass by Xhaka. So with the cutback. Calmly done by Colombia. Luis Diaz with a heavy touch. Ooh, foul there. It's a yellow card too. Luis Diaz gets there first. Prods that away and Dennis Zakaria goes crunching in. Yep, clear yellow card. Late to the ball. Wipes out Luis Diaz. Xhaka and Dennis Zakaria both have been booked. Murat Yakin cannot believe it, but if he sees that one again, he'll concur with the ref. There's Vargas, who's had absolutely nothing to do in the second half. Johan Manzambi not being on the bench either for Switzerland is a huge, huge blow, man. It stops them playing. It doesn't stop them playing really, but it stops them being explosive in that final third, especially down the middle. Here's Xhaka. Oh, that's a poor pass. He had so much time and space. If they get punished, that's on him. Luis Diaz with an outrageous attempt of the pass. Great control. Luis Diaz. It's a P-roller of an attempt. Luis Diaz trying to rile up his crowd. Well, why not? Oh, it's another yellow card. Well, critical that both teams try to keep it 11v11 and not go down to 10. Suarez, the latest to pick up a yellow card. I think that's the first one for a Colombian player. It was Diaz's effort. Off balance, comfortable for Kerbal. That cannot be a yellow card challenge, man. I mean, he's had a slight tug at him, but to give a yellow for that. I mean, how is Xhaka and Dennis Zakaria's challenge equivalent to what Suarez has done there to Kerbal? Mojica clears. Kanji, oh, poor from Akanji. Both arms wrapped around Suarez. It's a free kick for Colombia in opposition half. Yep, both arms wrapped around the centre forward. Akanji trying to prevent Suarez from jumping. Arias under pressure does really well. He's been top, man. Really good stuff from Arias. Luis Diaz. Arias. Under pressure, but his press resistance remains top. Mojica with the cross. It's cleared away, but not very convincingly by Elvedi. It's going to be a throw in for Colombia. So caught out of position. Switzerland sleeping, and Suarez trying the audacious flick. But this game needs a moment. It needs a goal. Colombian fans are rapturous here in Vancouver. Feels like they've blurred the lines over what's a yellow card these days so much. We need orange cards. Or we need referees to identify what's a yellow and what's not. I mean, if you get 2 oranges, then it's going to be more grey areas in football, dude. You can't give it more. Like, these guys are struggling with the existing rules and technologies. I mean, offsides, handballs. It's not black and white anymore. Even though that's what the technology was meant to do. It's created more grey areas. Good passing here. Switzerland applying their practice in the rondos here to get out of trouble. So, such a risky pass, man. I mean, Switzerland are playing some very dangerous football. There's a chance, and it's spooned wide. Oh, Suarez cuts across the ball. Poor finish there, but it's suicidal play from Switzerland again. It's their midfielders of all players. Granit Xhaka wants a free kick. He's never going to get it for it. Oh, he horribly screws that wide, man. Poor strike. Lukumi was furious. I mean, Switzerland, masters of their own downfall by the looks of it. They're playing a dangerous game here. A couple of key players on yellows. Both midfielders giving the ball away cheaply. Rodriguez looks for Embolo. Embolo is having a tough time out there. He's got 2 physical defenders on him. And he's such an isolated figure up front that he's getting absolutely no service. The real Luis Suarez should sue this fella. I mean, that was a terrible strike. Second half, Manny. It's been forgetful. Finishing up an episode of Entourage. So you did end up watching Entourage. Maybe you can watch another episode and join for the 4th quarter or the end of the 4th quarter. Luis Diaz onto the left-hand side. Ball in by Mojica. Throw in for Colombia. Now, this game desperately needs a moment, man. Something to light up the game. Colombian fans be urging their team on. They would love it if they faced Argentina in the quarterfinals. Proper South American affair. Yeah, it's pretty. Both teams have pretty much cancelled each other out. Not too much goal mouth action. We knew this game would be a slight downer after Egypt versus Argentina. Let's have a look as to what's happened here. Luis Diaz just puts his arm around. Alvedi gets caught. Whether or not that's busted him open, I'm not really sure, but the game needed subs, and subs are on its way. James Rodriguez is off. Oh, so is Arias. Why is Arias coming off, man? That's such a weird move. James, I understand, he's probably got only 60 good minutes in him, but Arias coming off is a huge decision, man. Quintero, no surprises that he is coming on. I'm very surprised that John Arias has come off here. Quintero and Campas. Both on for Colombia here is Jefferson Lerma. Foul, sir. Jibril So, who had the chance, off balance. They're giving it till 70. I'm slightly envious. If the game opens up after that, it's your loss. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Ooh, Mbolo wants a foul. I think that looked very untidy. Play continues. Switzerland players still on the deck here. They're urging the ball to be played out. They don't have to. Mbolo's on the deck and he looks like he's in some pain. Approaching 3 a.m. India time. A goal would be nice. Breel Mbelo back on his feet. Cannot believe that nothing was given for it. Did look untidy at first viewing. I mean, going through the back of him. And it's Davinson Sanchez too, so he's pointing at the ball. You can see he might have just stepped on his hamstring there. Breel Mbelo. Are they going to call for the hydration break? I think it's a better time as any. As we head towards the final 20 plus stoppage time. This game has been a bit of a downer. I want to compare this versus Portugal and Spain. It's going to be a tough decision to pick which one is the game that is disappointed the most. I'll go with Spain-Portugal purely because of the talent on display. I was expecting this game to be the real firecracker of the night. How wrong was I? And Gautam, are you going to skip the fourth quarter? Fourth quarter is when stuff happens. But yeah, it's been a difficult watch. I don't blame you for tapping off. Do you guys watch Stick to Cricket? That cricket podcast with Michael Vaughan, Alistair Cook, and Bumble? If you do, they've got Courtney Walsh and Curtly Ambrose as their next guests, and that takes me back straight to the 90s. Straight to when I was a toddler. I idolized those guys, man. Curtly Ambrose was the number one guy. Courtney and Sir Curtly. "10 minutes in and you're bored as hell." Man, you might as well knock out their episode of Entourage. Have you finished season 1? I'm pretty sure you have. Yeah, on the rewatch, it just goes by a lot quicker. Just episode after episode. Well, I'm hoping the fourth quarter delivers. Gotta see something. I mean, something's got to give, surely. Rodriguez is coming off. Murat Yakin with yet another interesting move. Jibril Sow came on at half-time. Ricardo Rodriguez making sure that he gives every bit of information here to the substitute who's going to try and make an impact in this game. Don't see Ricardo Rodriguez being the one subbed off because he's the real outlet on that left-hand side. Maybe for Dennis Zakaria. It isn't. It's Ricardo Rodriguez who's coming off. Had a decent performance at left back. Bohim has come on in his place. Jurgen Klopp enjoying a meal here in Vancouver. It's okay, Gautam. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you for the quarterfinals. Thanks for tuning in. At least the Argentina-Egypt game delivered, eh? Decent run forward. Mbolo. Switch on to the left-hand side. Dan and Doy with a good first touch. We've seen in the last knockings after the hydration break is when games truly come alive. We've seen far too many stoppage time goals to tap out early. Daniel Munoz with the foul. The game is going to get a bit more stretched. Tired legs, tired minds, tired challenges play a huge part. Ryder will take this free kick for Switzerland. Almost feels like it's just going to take one moment to separate these two sides. Pretty much cancelled each other out from minute one. Karan Shaka and Manuel Akanji plotting how they're going to attack this Ryder free kick. Ryder delivers. It's got decent whip on it. Cleared away by Davinson Sanchez. It's recycled back in. Oh, it's punched away by Vargas. And Mbolo gets absolutely clattered. Still 0-0, Aman. It's been a tough watch. It certainly is making the job hard. Manny, extra time would be very cruel. Very cruel on your boy. Especially doing double watch-alongs. It's a huge toll on me. Ooh, that was a nasty challenge on Mbolo. But Mbolo knows it's coming because as soon as you're just walking backwards and you know nobody's really challenging, you know that the keeper is going to make the high claim. Knees up. It seems that Vargas is okay and Mbolo is given the thumbs up. So good to see neither player being affected too much. Vargas was fouled. He and Mbolo quickly make amends as we are approaching the final 15 minutes. Real Mbolo want to stay on the pitch and make that impact. Switzerland and Colombia having worked so hard to reach the round of 16. I feel it's cruel to exit this tournament, especially with the game on a knife's edge here in the final 15 plus stoppage time. Lukumi finds Davinson Sanchez. Sanchez overhits that pass. Decent flick on header though. Suarez chasing it down. Oh, Kobel. Very uncomfortable clearance. Munoz with a superb first touch. Here's Quintero. Oh, what a brilliant pass! Oh, terrible cutback there. Quintero's pass through the eye of the needle was absolutely sublime. Suarez, who made the run onto the right-hand side, offside, but even if he was on, the cutback was really poor. Munoz goes crunching into the challenge. Oh, that is a risky one by Jefferson Lerma. Gone through the wrong side of Ryder. Yep, Ryder with good control. It's clattered from behind. Free kick for Switzerland again. Kick it quickly. Oh, what a waste. Freuler just gives it away, and so does Jefferson Lerma. Well, tired legs, tired minds, definitely in play now. They've put in a good shift. The game is just like quality, though. Brelembelo. Bolo being put under pressure. Clever pass there by Quintero. Well, Quintero can't run, but Quintero can pass. 33 years of age. Colombian legend. Quintero again wraps that pass. Beautifully done between the lines. Oh, Colombia's attack breaks down in the final third. It's Manuel Akanji. That is a brilliant pass by the centre half. Magnificent through ball here. So can he get there first? Jibril So had the pace. Shaka, long range strike. Well, it's probably going to take something special here to break the deadlock. Else it's going to take pens. But Quintero is looking to find those passes between the lines. Slip in his attacking players. Campas with the foul. Campas replacing Arias in that midfield area. Murat Yakin watching along, slightly worried. And Lorenzo too, the Colombian coach, having made a couple of changes. Doesn't have a strong bench to lean on. Pretty much brought his best players on the pitch. Kerbal finds Elvedi. A couple of occasions that Switzerland have been loose with their passing. Colombia should have snapped onto it. A lot more decisiveness in the final third, but their passing has just been astray. Here's Akanji now. Akanji. Curious pass. Why is he playing that on his left foot? Could have played the shorter pass to Muhim or try to play it a bit more central for Brelembolo. Goal kick for Colombia. And I'm sleepy AF. Vargas clips it. Looks like it's gone to extra time, man. I don't see where the goal is coming from here. Ooh, late challenge, but it breaks kindly. Ndoye. Shaka. Clever pass. There's Ryder onto the right-hand side. Jibril So. Cross comes in. It's cleared away by Davinson Sanchez. Edge of the box here for Freuler. Now the cross comes in. It's a clever disguise. Freuler again, edge of the box. Clips it in. It's cleared away by Daniel Munoz. Good battling there by Campas. He gets away from Ndoye. Oh, that might be a foul. No, referee waves play on. Ndoye. Well, FIFA and VAR have set a dangerous precedent because we saw in the Argentina-Egypt game where, oh, that's a terrible cross, where a foul was called, but the goal was scored and the foul was called in the opposition corner flag. That is a dangerous precedent. This was the cross by Dennis Zakaria, not known for his crossing. Brelembolo has got absolutely no service. He'll be thirsting for a chance. Give him one opportunity in front of goal, and he possibly sends Switzerland into the last 8. Davinson Sanchez dawdling on the ball, and he picks it up with his hand. Poor play by Davinson Sanchez. It's a free kick for Switzerland. Oh no, it's not a free kick for Switzerland. It should have been. I mean, I didn't see that as a foul really. Both going shoulder to shoulder. Davinson Sanchez and Brelembolo are two powerful individuals. Approaching the final 10 minutes. Forgetful game, really. Oh, that's a shove there by Daniel Munoz. Needless, very needless there. Will allow Colombia to make a change here. Renzo looking to freshen things up. He's making a double substitution. Right move this. Richard Rios is coming on. Benfica midfielder. Alongside him, I think it was Cucho Hernandez. Wait and see how that pans out as Lorenzo decides to make a couple more changes to try and attack this final part of the match. The final part of the 90 at least. Looks like we might go into extra time here. Ooh, Dennis Zakaria has to be very careful. He's on a yellow card and he gets it clean. If he was late there, possible red card for Switzerland. Here's Akanji. Switzerland playing at a languid pace. Vedi ventures forward. Here's Shaka, Shibril So. Manuel Akanji now. Freuler. Muhim on the left-hand side. The substitute came on for Ricardo Rodriguez. Finds Dan Ndoye up against Daniel Munoz. Ndoye finds Freuler. Ryder now. Trying to play in tight areas, but no luck, no success. Good defending by Colombia. Well, the double substitution will happen now. Richard Rios and Cucho Hernandez both coming on. Jefferson Lerma is off. And Suarez is off too. So Cucho Hernandez will be a straight swap as Richard Rios will replace Jefferson Lerma in that number 6 position. Thrown by Muhim. Dan Ndoye trying to get around Daniel Munoz. Decent flick on and Akanji puts in a decent ball forward. There's Dan Ndoye, goes on the outside brilliantly. Excellent challenge on the slide by Daniel Munoz. Corner for Switzerland. Could it be set pieces that breaks the deadlock open? With the Swiss support now finding their voice here. Could be a massive moment in this game. Ryder's corner. It's an outswinger. It's cleared away but not too far. Xhaka recycles it into the box. Mbolo trying to make himself a presence. Mojica now leading the counter charger for Colombia. Colombia have committed enough forward here. Beautiful switch out here. First time ball is ridiculous. Big mistake there by Kerbal. Here's Luis Diaz. Quintero, what a pass that was, man. Quintero's played 2 outstanding, outrageous passes since coming on. Look at this. Look at this for a first time pass. It would have been slightly offside there, but doesn't take away from quite remarkable pass by Quintero. Kerbal taking his time here. Switzerland almost happy to take this game into extra time by the looks of it. Beautiful first touch by Breel Mbelo. Shibril So. Granit Xhaka now. Finds Muhim in a bit of space on the left-hand side. Decent move here. Ryder trying to just push his way through. Immediately finds a Colombian roadblock. Puerta finds Mojica. Onto the left-hand side, Luis Diaz might look to take on Dennis Zakaria, who's on a yellow card but decides against it. Here's Quintero. Invites Munoz forward. Rios. Quintero. To Campas on the right-hand side. Campas looks to put in a ball in. Yeah, Manny, you and me both. Extra time is something that I just feel that I don't have it in me. Still going to do it though. Campas goes on the outside brilliantly. Here's Campas, decent feet, curious pass. Two managed to clear, and now Switzerland on the counter-attack. Mbolo having to chase. Davinson Sanchez does really well on the slide. Well, that's been some battle throughout the match. Both of them pretty much cancelling each other out. Davinson Sanchez, physical centre half, committed to the cause. Ooh, that's an unfortunate stamp by Breel Mbolo because he can't control his foot there. It's a bad landing on the ankle of Davinson Sanchez. It's going to be more than just a sore one. Switzerland making a double substitution here. Well, Sylvain Widmer is coming on. And Eaton, is he going to replace Mbolo? And Cedric Eaton is on. And so is, Zakaria and Mbolo off. Widmer and Eaton on. Murak Yatin making his changes. And once again, guys, I really do appreciate you guys still tuning in. If you're from India, wherever you are, thank you so much, man. It does make the games a little bit more interesting, especially the drab ones. I need the support. I need the help to push me through this painful game. Here's Munoz. Approaching the final 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Decent turn, but that's a foul. Cucho Hernandez getting fouled. Free kick for Colombia. They take it quickly. Juan Quintero finds Kumu. Kumi to Mojica. To Kumi now. Finds Sanchez. Quintero. Quintero's pass intercepted, but unfairly. Good catch there by the referee as the ball came off Dan Ndoye's arm. Colombian fans watching along nervously. The game has reached that period where there's real jeopardy attached now. Concede now, and you're going home. Quintero. Hernandez. Quintero again. Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. Trying to create one more opportunity. It's a heavy cross. They want a pen. They're not going to get it. Campas. He feels that he was impeded there. Campas's efforts to try and influence the ref turned down. Luis Diaz with a slightly overhit ball. Dan Ndoye, has he had a pull on Campas? Couldn't see it from that angle, but it's a quick check and it's complete. Both sets of subs not able to influence the game as their managers would have hoped that it would. Ooh, awkward landing. Campas lands on his backside, but it's quickly back onto his feet. Yep, barely a touch. Did look like it. I mean, might have just like grazed his arm, and then he signals to the referee that he was hauled back. Well, final minute of normal time. Expecting a bit of stoppage time. Not too much, hopefully. If you're going into extra time, might as well go into it quickly. Both sets of players will be running on last legs in this match. Lorenzo and Yakin, both head coaches, watching along nervously. We've seen way too many stoppage time goals in this World Cup. Are we in for another? Eaton loses out to Richard Rios. He's been shoved off the ball. Oh my word, that's a chance. Could that be a pen? I think it was Ryder. Came out of absolutely nowhere. It was a surprising move, really. It looked a bit clumsy. waved away, and now it's Switzerland, bit between their teeth. Manuel Akanji. 5 minutes of stoppage time signaled by the fourth official. It looks like the check might be complete here. Colombia on the counter-attack now, committing players forward. Oh, well intercepted there. Nicely done by the centre half. Valverde's had a superb game. Here's Xhaka. Xhaka again. Gibril So. Clever pass onto the right-hand side. Tight angle. It's never going to find the back of the net from there, Dan and Doy, but good run. Nice slip pass through, but yeah, tight angle. Went for the cutback or just across the face of goal. No, he's trying to go for goal there. Eaton, who had made the run. And this was the penalty appeal. Ooh, Davinson Sanchez. I mean, that's contact. He does not have control of the ball. But that's a challenge on Ryder in the box, man. And Doy has come off. He's been replaced by Okafor. Watching a Swiss team and not seeing Shaqiri feels weird. Facts. Not seeing Fabian Schär and Xherdan Shaqiri. Well, the lead's forward, Okafor, coming on to try and make an impact in stoppage time, or it's going to have to go deep into extra time. Here's Munoz. Sanchez. Decent possession, trying to move away from danger. 3 minutes plus stoppage time remain here in Vancouver. It's been a drab 0-0, but now both sets of players will be just heightening their focus. Halfway point of stoppage time, I think both teams are resigned that this game is going to extra time. Xhaka, Valverde, Akanji, finds Muhir. Muhim to Xhaka. Okafor. Akanji, no real urgency in the Swiss attack here. Trying to create one chance out of real patience. They worked it well on the outside, looking for the cross. It's gone out for a corner. Lukumi tries to prevent it. Mojica shuts that down. It's a corner for Switzerland. Colombians temporarily nervous, but once they see the Mexican wave happening, it's all smiles. Fabian Ryder with the corner here. 2 minutes of stoppage time remain in Vancouver. Both sets of fans cranking up the noise. Ryder's corner. A goal now surely wins it for Switzerland. Conversely, if Colombia hit them on the counter-attack, might be game over for Switzerland. Ryder's left-footed ball in. Free header in the box for Davinson Sanchez. It's cleared away. First touch is good, but the chase is on for Luis Diaz. No chances taken by Freuler, and it turns into an exquisite pass. And now Switzerland on the right-hand side. They want a corner. They're not going to get it. Widmer coming on. Fresh legs trying to run down that right-hand side. No luck for him. But it looks like we will be heading into extra time here. It's felt inevitable for a long time, really. Both sets of players just lacking that real bit of quality in the final third. That's a decent pass. Xhaka off balance. Oh, foul given. Foul given on Granit Xhaka. It's Campas who makes the challenge on the Swiss skipper. Referee says that he spotted it. Free kick for Switzerland. This is surely the last attack before the start of stoppage time. Oh, the foul has gone against him. Interesting call. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. 95 minutes. Cannot produce a goal. And we will head to extra time, where Lorenzo and Murat Yakin will be trying to mastermind a win in extra time. Otherwise, we're heading into penalty shootout. Well, a game that had absolutely nothing in terms of a spectacle. A bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Manny, I don't think I can make it. Let me splash some water quickly on my face. I'm literally falling asleep. I'll be back in a sec. Well, a forgetful 90 minutes, and we're heading into extra time. This has been a tough watch-along, and I do appreciate everybody tuning in for this game. Yes, it's not been the spectacle that we hoped it would be, but we are going into extra time. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first quarterfinal and in the first round of 16 game that is heading into extra time. But both teams have struggled to create. Maybe in extra time that comes to an end. Is there going to be a winner in the 30 minutes, or are we heading into a penalty shootout? Extra time coming up live at the BC Place in Vancouver as the Colombian and Swiss fans getting their money's worth in terms of time spent in the ground. And we're off and running. 15 minutes of the first period of extra time. Absolutely nothing to separate the two sides. Both keepers having a relatively comfortable game between the sticks. At no point have they had to pull out outrageous saves or any sort of last-ditch clearances or tackles. We've seen both benches being utilized. Vidma, Iten and Muhim alongside Jibril So for Switzerland. Quintero, Campas, Rios and Hernandez for Colombia. Lukumi gets the ball again. It's certainly tired legs, but the subs will help both sides. Decent pass onto the right-hand side. There's Munoz. Colombia showing a bit of patience. Decent switch of play onto the left-hand side for Luis Diaz, and Diaz has been fouled. Bad challenge there by Muhim. Or it was Vidmar, actually. Late sub who just dangles a foot out. Catches Luis Diaz. Yeah, Diaz does the right thing. He knows he's not probably going to get there in time. He just knocks it across and hopes for a bit of contact, and the contact arrives. So one there for Luis Diaz, but it's a free kick for Colombia in a dangerous position. It's either the right foot of Luis Diaz or the left foot of Juan Quintero. Quintero's had a really good cameo since coming on. In terms of threading a pass through the eye of the needle, he's the main man. But now needed to whip in a good ball in here. Quintero's delivery. Oh, well defended, Granit Xhaka. Oh, the touch is heavy. It's waved off for a pen. Colombia wanted. There was a contact on it. Now, how has he initiated the contact? That is the main question. Colombia immediately up in arms. If the offside flag is raised, the pen decision won't have to be looked at. Let's have a look here. Ooh, Muhim. That doesn't look good in first look here because he takes a touch. He's in really close quarters. He does catch Campas. There's no offside here, Manny. This could be trouble for Switzerland. Ooh. Campas with Muhim in close quarters. It's been waved off. That is a brave call from VAR. No pen, Manny. Big call there. I'm sure Muhim would have had his heart in his mouth because he does make contact with Campas. Muhim gets caught there as Campas almost has one back there. Sticks in a foul. Free kick for Switzerland. Switzerland have had very little going forward in terms of real threat. Dan and Doy on the left-hand side trying to make things happen. And Bolo no longer on the pitch. Jibril So trying to make things happen, really. Ooh, very risky, but Elvedi comes away with the ball. Good movement on the right-hand side. It's a real battle. And it's a foul according to the referee. And if that's a foul, that's a yellow card. Iten gets taken down by Davinson Sanchez, who's got the captain's armband now. Yep, foul by the centre half. It's hectic settings here as head coach Lorenzo gives Davinson Sanchez an earful. A couple of coaches from the Colombian side picking up yellow cards, maybe? I don't think so. Just a yellow card for Davinson Sanchez. Can Switzerland take the free kick quickly and keep it short? Murat Yakin's tactics remaining the same. Conservative approach. Here's Kerbal. So only had to make that one big save of Puerta in that first half, but other than that, absolutely untroubled. Vidma to So. Ryder now. Oh, that's a foul. Certainly a foul. Ref, that's a foul. I mean, he's clattered into him. Not going to get a foul by the looks of it. Ryder has to get back onto his feet. Vargas punts it forward, trying to evade the press. What a touch that is by Campas, but he can't keep it in play. That's the kind of first touch that might just unlock a defense, but no luck for Colombia. Well, if you're into extra time, Manny, might as well head into penalty shootouts. I mean, might as well. Okafor gets a sore one on his lower back. Daniel Munoz, forceful challenge by the Crystal Palace right back. Faced against each other in the Premier League, Okafor of Leeds and Daniel Munoz of Crystal Palace. Opportunity now for Switzerland. Do they show a bit of progression here, or they still look to just keep the ball short and frustrate the Colombians? 0-0 game should head directly to pens. I'm not opposed to that idea. Here's Vidma. Finds Gibril So. Nice reverse pass back to Vidma. Vidma might look to cross it. Instead, he finds Okafor. Okafor goes on the outside. Kumi. Forceful again with the challenge. It's risky because you can very easily concede a free kick for a challenge like that. Murat Yakin's side just lacking that cutting edge, and Johan Manzambi's absence clearly felt. Davinson Sanchez, he's on a yellow card, had to pull out of the challenge, but brilliant turn by Campas. He's had a bright cameo since coming on, and it's a magnificent switch of play here to Luis Diaz, who can isolate the fullback here. Oh, poor touch, Luis Diaz. Vidma comes across and makes a crucial interception. It's expecting Luis Diaz to really have a go at Vidma. Luis Diaz, having expended a lot of energy in the 90 minutes, can understand why the number 7 is tired. Quintero will take this outswinging corner. From the near side, Davinson Sanchez and Lukumi both attacking the box. Quintero's ball in. It's a free header. Hits the crossbar. That was a chance for Colombia. Great ball in by Quintero. Sanchez's header had Kerbal flapping. Chance indeed. And if it's a free header, you have to bury that. At least have it on target. Another switch of play here. Colombia looking the more likelier team to score. Yeah, Switzerland have just lacked a lot of that cutting edge. As Lukumi, rather, it was not Davinson Sanchez. Ooh, that was a big opportunity there. Good header by Lukumi. The crossbar coming to Switzerland's aid. Quintero, great feet. Luis Diaz finds Richard Rios. Oh, Rios from distance. Well, why not? The game is crying out for a moment of real quality. Richard Rios, nobody really closing him down. One touch to get it out of his feet and just cuts across the ball. This was the Lukumi header. Rattles the crossbar. Here's Gibril So. He's been shut down immediately. Mojica, that's a needless foul. Needless foul, really, by 10. As we're approaching the final 5 minutes of the first period of extra time, Colombia have come the closest. Switzerland have shown no intentions, really. Townsend Sanchez. Colombia should try and seize this game before penalty shootouts, man. You're running a risk there. As I mentioned before in previous streams, I do not view penalty shootouts as a coin toss. It's a skill-based outcome. The penalty takers, the goalkeepers, all that preparation before the game, understanding tendencies, practicing your pens, might all come to fruition here. Good movement by Colombia, shifting it onto the right-hand side. Here's Campas. Evades the challenge. Campas! Decent strike. What a save by Kobel. That was arrowing into the near post. Campas has had an outstanding cameo since coming on. Catches it well. Oh, yes, very much on target. Good save by Kobel. Well, Colombia incrementally improving here. Corner comes in, punched away. Referee will certainly blow the whistle for a foul there on Kerbal. Lukumi goes charging into the keeper. Well, might as well get set for pens here. Looks like it's going the distance. A double watch along with the second game going the distance is certainly putting enough strain on me. The things you do for the love of the game. Here's Vidma. Shaka hasn't had the influence that we are expecting him to have in this match. Again, if he has got Yohan Manzambi in that number 10 position, Xhaka plays a lot more of those forward passes between the lines. Decided to be a lot more conservative with his passing. It's taken an age to release that on the left-hand side. Powering through, Manny. We are powering through now. Okafor gets fouled. And Okafor, since coming on, has been kicked around a couple of times. Munoz first, Richard Rios now. Switzerland bringing on one more change here. Reader's coming off. He's had a decent game at right wing. And Amdouni, the Burnley winger, coming on. All right, Manny, see you back for the start of the second period of extra time. We're nearly there. About 2 minutes remaining. Maybe a minute added on top of it. Cross comes in from the far side. It's taken a deflection. He keeps it in here. Cut back. It's a chance. Will it fall kindly? Surely to make it 1-0. Brilliant save. Vargas with a clutch moment there for Colombia. The danger still not averted. And now Mojica can clear. What a chance that was for Switzerland right before the end of the first period. And now the offside flag has been raised. Amdouni of all people with nearly his first touch. Great strike. Brilliant save by Vargas. Had very little time to react. He's seeing it through a crowd of bodies, maybe. Regardless, good handling. It wasn't going to be offside either. That goal would have stood. The flag was raised, but if that found its way into the back of the net, the goal would have stood. Lukumi and Amdouni, since coming on, creating the best chances. Approaching the last knockings of the first period of extra time here. Still 0-0. Now Switzerland. Can they mount one more attack, or will Colombia hit them on the break here? Quintero. Foul there by Muhim. It's yellow card too for the substitute. Campas, who's had an excellent cameo since coming on. Substitute foul. Team picks up a yellow card. 3:45 India time. We are going into the depths. Luis Diaz trying to keep that in play. Throw in for Colombia. Need to keep possession here. Hernandez. Cucho Hernandez does well to shrug off the challenge. Decent pass here for Richard Rios. Rios, great feed. Rios slips it in for Luis Diaz. Brilliant interception. Clutch block there. Richard Rios doing so well. He does the right thing of slipping Luis Diaz there on the left-hand side. And he expected Luis Diaz to find the back of the net there. Good block by Vidma. Surely the final action of the first period of extra time. Juan Quintero will take this corner. Last time Colombia had a corner, Lukumi's header thundered against the crossbar. Switzerland, have they paid heed to the warning, or they leave the big man open? Lukumi being marked by Granit Xhaka, the skipper, taking responsibility of the situation. Quintero delivers. It's an outswinger. It's well defended. They try to keep the danger alive. The ball needs to put this into the box. No time there. First period of extra time evaporates, but the game has finally come into life. Lukumi's header thundered against the crossbar. And Amdouni off the bench, drawing a terrific save from Vargas. Still 0-0 after 105 minutes. And we go into the final period of extra time before penalty shootouts. Is there going to be a winner in extra time? Oh, we did see. It was the round of 32 though, where Belgium won the game against Senegal. They were 2-0 down. Last 2 minutes, Belgium pulled 2 goals back. And right at the end of extra time, Belgium got a pen that Yuri Tielemans absolutely buried. A final huddle before the teams go out there and try and steal a winner at this moment. Man, I'm starving. Might be time for it can't be called a midnight snack anymore. It's almost breakfast time. The Swiss huddle and more of an erratic huddle from Colombia's point of view. But Vargas' huge save, that was the most clear-cut opportunity that Switzerland have had in the entirety of the match. Are we going into pens? Or is there going to be a winner in the final 15 minutes? The good thing about extra time is time does fly in extra time. The 15 minutes in ET do go by quick. Murat Yakin's final team talk, hoping that this one renders a goal. Lukumi and Sanchez both have been imperious at the back. Both sets of fans hoping that their voice is the telling sound. To lose it from here is really cruel. To lose it on pens, super heartbreaking, man. But either way, we're going to have a winner either at the end of extra time or 10 spot kicks, or even more than that, to decide who's going to face Argentina in the quarterfinals. "15 minutes remain. Can they do it in open play? Will set pieces be needed? Or will we have to rely on pens?" Here's a kanji. We'll see after 105 minutes, maybe. I mean, it's a tight one, but Colombia have just about shaded it. Akanji, with the best chance of the match, fell to Amdouni, so figure that one out. Itten is offside. Big centre half trying to unsettle Davinson Sanchez. Itten still arguing for that decision. Davinson Sanchez, who's on a yellow card, needs to tread carefully. Ooh, there's a challenge in the box, and it's against Colombia. Good defending there by Elvedi. Free kick in their own box here for Switzerland. Aman, don't ask, but yes, we are still alive. And I appreciate you still being here, man. I'm sure you're fighting a few of your sleep demons too. But this game, in the first period of extra time, finally saw chances at both ends. Compare that to the 90 minutes prior to that. It was an electrifying first period of the first extra time. One of the games should have gone to pens after 90. Definitely. And I don't think either team would have minded to. Yeah, just take this to pens and let's get on with our day. Either we win or we go home. But we've had to endure 30 minutes of extra time. At this point, let's just go to pens, man. To be denied pens and a dramatic way to settle a rather drab game might just be the tonic. Muhemi finding Kerbal. Kerbal just looks to smash that long. Switzerland almost in no intentions really to play. Got to give it to Xhaka. Freuler. So, Xhaka again. Freuler. Crisper passing this from Switzerland. Akanji between the lines. Okafor. It's Amdouni actually. And now Okafor. That might be a foul against Switzerland. Amdouni slightly too eager to get around Campas. Campas has been good, man. Well, Argentina will feel that, yes, they had to endure extra time against Cabo Verde. Having finished the game in the allocated 90 minutes against Egypt will save their legs for the quarter-final clash. Quintero with a clever pass. Good turn here by Hernandez. Here's Puerta. Davinson Sanchez. Quintero now. Good pass again. He looks to open up the Swiss defense. Munoz trying to go on the outside. Might have been a foul there by the Crystal Palace right back. I'm absolutely starving, bro. Is it time for a McDonald's order? 4 a.m. McDonald's? Bit shameful. Have you heard of this theory where we should have had pens after 90? Whoever wins the pens gets half a goal and then you play 30. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. That gives the team incentive to play positively. Nah, you don't have to tinker the system. System works, man. You just need two progressive or at least one team to have the intent to try and win the match. The Americans will always try and find a way to improve soccer, as they call it. Yep, right now they're just going to reach the pens. Now at this moment, they're not going to take any sort of risks. I'm going to be as conservative as possible. 4 a.m. McD is never shameful. Might have to rely on it. Onto the right-hand side. Switzerland. Can they create a chance of note here? Xhaka. Onto the right. That I agree with. 0-0 should never go to extra time. I mean, what are we trying to do here? I'm trying to torture the viewers. 1-1? Fair enough. Both of you have tried. Both of you have succeeded once. Let's see in extra time if you can score a goal. But if both of you in the 90 minutes have barely threatened, let's go straight to extra time. Ooh, that might be a foul there on Quintero. Quintero inviting the challenge and then just quickly manipulating the ball away. Manny, now you're on the stream, eh? Soon as you heard 4 a.m. McDonald's, the eyes light up. Man, as soon as they removed the McCheese from the menu, I've stopped ordering from McDonald's. Sign of protest. But at 4 a.m. might have to do it. I don't know if they'll be open though. They'll be like, who the hell is ordering now? Swiggy guy might shoot me daggers. Luis Diaz with an outstanding switch to Quintero. Quintero looking to curl that into the top corner. Well, he's got the technique. Yep, quick shift there. Okafor getting done. KFC singer. What's that? Double down burger. No carbs at 4 a.m., Manny. Oh, just take us to pens, man. Elvedi finds Wiedmer. Wiedmer with a decent carry. Freuler. Xhaka. Xhaka moves it onto the left-hand side for Okafor. Here's Okafor. Finds Muhim. Back to Okafor. Okafor crosses it in. It's a disappointing cross. Great agility by the ref. Gets down swiftly. And gets up seamlessly. Here's Muhim. Very decent pass into the half space to Xhaka. Here's Okafor now. Okafor to Granit Xhaka. It's over the crossbar. Chance. Both Quintero and Xhaka having decent opportunities from similar positions. Both pulling their effort well over the crossbar. Nice play there by Okafor. Xhaka with the first time effort, just trying to curl that into the far top corner. Well, extra time has been a lot more enjoyable than the 90 minutes prior to that. Sanchez, Munoz. 100% open. Aman, sounds like it's not your first rodeo, eh? Okafor with the throw-in. Colombian fans. It's going to be a rough ending to it, regardless of the way it ends. Decent header away. They do manage to clear, but not too far away. They want a foul. They're not going to give it by the looks of it. It's cleared away by Sanchez. 6 plus maybe a minute, maybe 7 more minutes before we head to pens. Can we start guessing the penalty takers for both sides? Let's see. For Switzerland, Xhaka will be one of them. Freuler. Maybe Okafor. Can we expect Manuel Akanji to take one? Who else? Ricardo Rodriguez would have taken the pen if you're still on the pitch. Maybe they go with Itten. Oh, Colombia have a chance here. We may not get pens, and it's a shot that's blazed over. Oh, Campas of all people. He has to find the back of the net. What a mistake that is from Elvedi. And he doesn't punish him. There's one ball over the top. It's real messy defending there. It was Xhaka of all people, man. That would have been a criminal mistake. Campas has to smash that into the back of the net. But he blazes over. What a huge opportunity. Massive chance. Huge let-off. It feels like a moment like that. Feels like the game might just swing towards the Swiss. If you miss a chance like that in extra time, it just feels like the Swiss might win this on pens. Luis Diaz trying to make something happen here. He's going to get a free kick. He's been full of endeavor and running. What a criminal mistake that was by Granit Xhaka, man. So lackadaisical. The Sunderland midfielders, I tell you. You know a thing or two about late night snacks. The experts are on the stream here. Quintero will take this free kick. Colombia will still be thinking about that chance that fell to Campas. Quintero's ball in. It's floated in decently. It's a flick on header. Danger still allowed by Rios. Still not cleared away. Puerta leaps, but it's now pumped forward. Manny giving the required respect. Lukumi is still on the ground here. I think Munoz will just hit this out of play before, until his centre half can receive a bit of treatment. Final 3 minutes. Lukumi has put in quite the shift alongside Davinson Sanchez. Awkward landing there for the centre half, but should be okay to continue. Oh, I called that early. He says it's time for a sub. If that's the case, the head coach Lorenzo has to bring on a certified penalty taker here. Yes, it's a bit of a risk, but kind of have to ride this out. Lukumi wants the stretcher. We'll just roll him off the pitch, man. He's not too far away. Yeah, Lukumi is calling it. But Yerry Mina, the experienced centre half, it's going to be a like-for-like change. Yerry Mina, a bit of a Colombian cult hero. Played for Barcelona. Aman, you could have understood by the way that Manar gave you the respect immediately. I need to delete that comment. Here's Yerry Mina. It's about 90 seconds plus, maybe a minute. Lukumi is off. Yerry Mina is on. Like for like sub. But might as well head to pens now. Kept us awake so long. Now to take pens away would be quite cruel. But Campas' strike finds the back of the net, and then it's Switzerland going home. It's Okafor with the cutback. Right idea. Good defending by Puerta. He's put in a relentless shift in the middle of the park. 120 minutes of hectic running. Same can be said about Freuler and Xhaka. Heavy touch there for Quintero. He's had a very good impact since coming on. And on the stocky side, but still manages to get about the pitch and, of course, play some good, clever passes. Who's winning on pens? But I feel like if that Campas miss just tells me that it might be Switzerland's game, man. I don't know why, but if a chance like that at that moment of the game is spurned, might just feel like it's Switzerland's day. Well, don't add even a minute after this one. Just blow the whistle, ref. She's gonna add a minute. This is so cruel. Just get us into pens, man. None of them are. I want to say neither can beat Argentina, but Argentina have made heavy weather playing against Egypt and Cabo Verde, both ranked lower than these two teams. Argentina making hard work of their games. Fortunately for them, they still have Leo Messi playing for them. 8 World Cup goals for the GOAT. Decent flick on header. Yerry Mina's first involvement is going back to Vargas. Vargas is safe too, man. That was a huge moment. Amdoni with his first real involvement since coming on. Getting a clear-cut opportunity with a shot on goal. Yerry Mina. Yerry Mina must be pushing 40, man. Well, that's it. We're heading into pens, and thank you for that. And 0-0 after 120 minutes has certainly taken the wind out of my sails, but hoping that the penalty shootout delivers in terms of drama. You're done with Argentina, Aman? Well, that decision will get us all talking tomorrow. No games tomorrow, so the drama will continue online. Okay, so let's do penalty shootouts in terms of the predictions. For Switzerland, I've got Xhaka, Freuler, Okafor, Jibril So maybe coming fourth, and Manuel Akanji as the fifth. Maybe Itten will take one. He's the replacement centre forward, so Itten will have to try and find a way into the top five. For Colombia, Quintero's certainly taking one. Luis Diaz two. I think Yerry Mina might end up taking a pen because he is that experienced centre half. Campas, I think he's been one of the bright sparks for Colombia. He will be desperate to make amends. And who else? Maybe Richard Rios? Yeah, Richard Rios is my guess. Maybe wait and see how it goes. But it's time for the pens, lads. This is it. The final round of the 16 game will head to pens. And the winner takes on Argentina. The stakes are high. And the two keepers, Vargas and Kerbal, will have to put out a brilliant goalkeeping performance. Well, Gregor Kerbal or Camilo Vargas, either one of them, possibly going to be a hero for their country. To face Argentina and Leo Messi is quite the incentive, but to play the quarterfinals, that is the real incentive now. Both benches will get into their huddles. It's now up to the goalkeepers and the penalty takers. Step up, be a hero, be counted. Colombian fans in prayer. Sanchez and Xhaka, the two skippers, ex-Arsenal, ex-Tottenham. Oh, Switzerland get the side, or do they get the first pen? Sanchez has won the second toss. Does that mean who takes it first? Or does that pick the side? I'm sure the first toss is who picks the side. The second one is who goes first. Statistically, the team that goes first often wins the penalty shootout. And Sanchez and Xhaka meet for the last time at the center circle. It's a time to be a hero, but somebody, unfortunately, has to be a villain here. Camilo Vargas made that tremendous save of Amdoni. Oh, it will be Colombia taking it first. Yep, Xhaka did win the first coin toss, which was which side to take it. And I'm surprised he's gone the Colombian side, because I can't imagine Xhaka winning the toss and deciding to go second in terms of the penalty shootout. Looks like he's picked the side where it is Colombian heavy. Quintero, the first man to step up here. Gregor Kobel stands in his way. It's time for the penalty shootout, lads. Let's see who advances. That's an interesting get-up. Well, the experienced Quintero, who came on and made a real difference, will be the first one to take the penalty here. Oh, both sets of fans joining their hands in prayer as the penalty shootout is up and running. Quintero up against Kerbal. Quintero drills it down the middle. 1-0 to Colombia. When in doubt, just smash it down the middle. Good pen by Quintero. Just felt like it was never in doubt, really. Kerbal expecting the whip shot. 1-0 to Colombia. Does Granit Xhaka step up right here, right now, and take the first pen for Switzerland, or does he hold himself back? Nope. Granit Xhaka advances. Steps up immediately. Captain to take Switzerland's first penalty. And after Quintero converted, it's up to Granit Xhaka to try and equalize. Camilo Vargas trying to throw off the skipper. Xhaka reliable from the spot, but the pressure of the World Cup knockouts hit different. It's Granit Xhaka! Oh, might have gotten a hand to it, but lands into the top corner. 1-1. Xhaka would have had his heart in his mouth there. Vargas having dived the right way. I think he gets a strong enough hand on it. Oh, he does. Xhaka gets away with it. I'm not sure who's the taller keeper, Aman. Looks like it might be Kerbal. Might be wrong, though. 1-1. Manny, it looks like you're supporting the Swiss. Davinson Sanchez. This is a interesting call by head coach Lorenzo. Went with his perfect penalty taker in Quintero, but going with this centre half, Davinson Sanchez. Will be a big moment in this match already here. The penalty shootout where both players have converted so far. Still on a knife's edge here. Sanchez up against Kerbal. Big moment in this match here. Why do I feel like Sanchez is gonna miss? It's Davinson Sanchez. Oh, hits the crossbar. How unlucky is that? He goes for power over placement. Advantage Switzerland. Sanchez. Oh, I just felt like he was gonna miss, man. They're gonna see whether or not it crossed the line. No, it didn't. Huge moment there for Switzerland. It was a head-scratching decision to bring on Davinson Sanchez as your early penalty taker. Shake of the head there from the stand-in skipper. Well, Amdouni off the bench had a great opportunity to win the game in extra time as these two go eyeball to eyeball again. Amdouni up against Vargas. Amdouni very calmly slots it into the corner, sending the keeper the wrong way. Switzerland now take the lead. Big moment in the shootout. Pressure now on Colombia. Side foot finish into the corner. And as it stands, we are not going to get the all South American quarterfinals. Switzerland are 2-1 up and Campas stepping up. Talking about chances in extra time, Campas had the best one, man. And that's why I felt that the penalty shootout might go the Swiss' way. Campas up against Gregor Kobel. It's Campas and goes under the keeper. He gets the right way and it just squirms underneath him. It felt like that was the save. And Colombia are going to be hanging by a thread. Kobel, having guessed the right way, will be disappointed that he lets it go under his body. Huge let off there for Campas. It would have been a game that he would never forget. In the most negative connotation if he had seen his pen being saved. Having missed that opportunity in extra time and then to miss your pen could haunt you. Manuel Akanji to give Switzerland the lead in the penalty shootout. Switzerland have been perfect so far. It's Manuel Akanji. Oh, he's ballooned it over the crossbar. Both centre halves with atrocious penalties. And we're level in the pens. Well, again, the start-stop technique does not work. When will the players learn, man? Just go and twat it. What a miss. Both centre halves with critical misses. I know he missed it the Euros, yep. Why do you allow your centre halves to take it so early, man? Better than letting them take it late, I guess. Cucho Hernandez to give Colombia a temporary lead in the penalty shootout. Sanchez must be feeling a whole lot better. Hernandez, great save by Kobel. Oh, he had to guess the right way and he claws it out. Terrific save by Kobel. Advantage again for Switzerland, only if they can manage to find the back of the net. Gregor Kobel, not just guessing the right way, but full extension. Brilliant save. Cucho Hernandez, who came off the bench, will feel that that's a costly miss as we're approaching the business end of the penalty shootout. The man who replaced Breel Mbolo, Itten, from the spot. If he converts this, simply put, Colombia have to score their last penalty. Itten against Vargas. Yes, Itten straight down the middle. Advantage Switzerland, and now Colombia have to score. Otherwise, Switzerland are through. They're on the verge here. They have the advantage. Either Colombia miss or Switzerland will have to convert their final penalty. Akanji feeling a whole lot better now. Murat Yakin inside within touching distance. Akanji celebrating more out of relief than anything else. Well, they've saved their best penalty taker for the last. Luis Diaz. He cannot miss. He simply has to score. The weight of his nation on his shoulders. Kobel has already made a save. He's up against the Bayern Munich winger. This to possibly decide it. It's Luis Diaz. He slots it into the bottom corner. That was a pressure pen that Diaz converts, and he goes straight to Vargas, saying if there was ever a time to bail us out, this would be it. Everybody going with the stutter these days, Manny. Who's going to take the fifth and decisive penalty here for Switzerland? If Switzerland miss, we're going into sudden death. Okafor, the Leeds United striker, who came on as a second half substitute, is 12 yards away from sending his side into the quarterfinals. Okafor against Vargas. Big moment in this match. This is the decider. Okafor from 12 yards out to send his side through. Okafor with the stutter. Okafor buries his penalty and Switzerland are through. They will face Argentina in the quarterfinals. It is heartbreak for Colombia after the match ended 0-0 after extra time. It is Switzerland who keep their nerves and win it 4-3 on pens. I told you, Manny, I told you, Aman, after that Campa's miss, it just felt like today, this game is for Switzerland. It is a painful one for Luis Diaz and co. But having not scored in normal time and extra time, they can only blame themselves. Well, Vancouver has seen a drab game but an exciting penalty shootout. Granit Xhaka and Murat Yakin in a warm embrace, embrace full of relief as Switzerland prevail 4-3 on pens after the game ended 0-0 after 120 minutes. Two completely different round of 16 clashes today. Argentina and Egypt gave us a 5-goal thriller that won't be forgotten in a hurry. And Switzerland and Colombia gave us a drab 0-0 for 120 minutes. Well, for 90 minutes, really, the game exploded into life in extra time. But in the penalty shootouts, well, unfortunately, there has to be a losing team, and that is Colombia. Possibly the last time we see James Rodriguez in that iconic yellow jersey as the Swiss celebrate, and it's more relief than joy. The joy will kick in, but it's that relief that is going to be the main emotion for Switzerland. James, indeed a World Cup legend for that terrific goal that won him the Puskás Award. Sensational indeed. Aman, you're a bit more of a cynic, saying that this means nothing. Have a look at the Swiss guys, man. They are happy. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you joining in for the double watch along. I feel like I might be losing my voice, and it's pretty grateful that there's no match tomorrow. A bit of rest for us, a bit of rest for the players, and we will be back for the watch-alongs as they reach the Elite Eight. It's the quarterfinals. Well, let's have a quick recap. Let's go straight from memory. We've got France versus Morocco on one side of the bracket, and the winner will take on the winner of Belgium and Spain. And at the other end of the bracket, we've got England taking on Norway, Kane versus Haaland. And in the other quarterfinals, to wrap it up, Argentina versus Switzerland. 4:23 a.m. and it's time to call it a night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. Next time I see you guys live, it will be for the first quarterfinals. This is me, Surat, signing off. Until next time.